Welcome back. We are here with the BridgeSimton Regency Challenge. Once again, it's such a mouthful. I hope that you've enjoyed the first couple of videos so far. We are now setting up for the Templeton family, which includes Duke Templeton here. And we are just going through the rules, making sure we set up how much money they can have, what kind of servants they're allowed to have, and then we will also set his skills because presumably when he was younger, he would have already done all of this and had his own introduction to society and all of that. So we have here Duke Francis Templeton. If you remember in the last one, he had a small fling with the queen, so the Dowager Queen, and they decide to cool off their romantic relationship. He wants to be fabulously wealthy. He is definitely an ambitious guy. He is going to join the House of Lords seats. I did have to give him enough money to do that, but I don't mind doing that for him. Oh, and we're having a baby. Okay, so this is the prince, the illegitimate prince, and he has survived. So he survived his role. We have an illegitimate child out there. I'm going to name him Daniel. So he is out there and he survived, and so did his mother. And we just did roles for that. If you are not familiar with the Ultimate Decades Challenge, we are rolling for each life stage, and I have notifications on, so I should get a notification every time someone ages up and we can roll for them. So I'm also going to add nobility to each of these sims. You can't they'll inherit it from now on, but because they were already pre-made sims, I um, you know so anyway, we rolled for drama, and unfortunately, we got makeover a sim, which is kind of, I mean, we only just started, so I just did all of these sims and create a sim, so I'm just gonna give her another outfit. We'll call it good. I don't really want to, I just did all of this for her. So I don't want to do a repeat really. So let's just give her a new outfit. She can have another dress. It'll be pretty. She looks great. So here she is. I'm going to give her some better jewelry and it'll be very nice. So that's what's going on there. And I'm just checking out different hairstyles and stuff. We're just like giving her another outfit. It's nothing exciting. So that is our drama role, is just a makeover today. And now we are going to travel with Lord Eli Templeton. So Eli is the heir to the duchy, and he wants to be an archaeologist. He wants to travel a lot, like you know how in in Bridgerton, Colin does a lot of traveling. So Eli is going to be doing a lot of traveling, and it didn't occur to me to buy him stuff ahead of time. So now I'm buying him stuff, except it won't let me take it with me because technically it doesn't belong to him, which is just really annoying, but it's fine. Everything's fine. So I am just going to take a couple days with him. I don't want to spend too much time abroad because obviously we want to do stuff with his sister, who is Madeline, and she wants to be, in the social scene. So we will be going to a lot of events with her, although she has not debuted yet, so she cannot go to any like formal balls or functions, but she can, have tea with the ladies and stuff like that. So we are going to go now into Salvadorada and just kind of explore a bit. This is something that he's having a mood swing, just ignore him. But he is having a lot of fun. This is his passion. He is not really like, oh, I have to get ready to find a wife. He's like, yeah, like let's travel, let's do cool things. So that is his personality, is that he is not as interested, but I'm sure everyone will be interested in him because he is going to be the next Duke, which is a big deal. And I don't know why you can't see the bridge there. That's fine. But anyway, he is going to be the next Duke, which means that definitely the ladies are going to be all over him, despite his more bookish nature. But it's interesting because he, like, I would consider him a geek, but that doesn't mean that he's not fit, because obviously he goes to all these places and he has to, do all of this physical stuff. So, um, they're not blah, blah, blah. I can't even talk. Mutually exclusive. We are not stereotyping. We are three-dimensional. So anyway, we are just harvesting as we go along because we couldn't take the cooler with us. And we're going to sleep in the tent here, just really trying to keep his mood up. We'll have him, oh, he's being attacked by bees. He looks happy to be being attacked by bees. He's like, yeah, bees. So he is just going to eat some of the fruits that he has harvested. And I'll try and remember some other time to actually get him a real cooler to take with him. So there is that. And we are going to just, again, continue to experience this with him, work on his aspiration, and all of that. I am very excited to see kind of how his life goes. And not only that, but like I think what's important to him in a wife, because obviously I'm trying to prep all of these Sims for the marriage season, which will probably be the time after, like the third rotation, um, because obviously 1 week is not enough to get all of these skills up. So we are, I don't know if you can hear my dog snoring, but it's super cute. Anyway, so something that's important to him is that his wife is either willing to go with him on these trips, which isn't really suitable for a woman, but he's not really into those stereotypes. Um, I think he's going to wet himself. We don't have a toilet. So anyway, yep, there you go. So, um, he'll shower now. He is not doing well, my guy. We're going to fix him. Because I don't want to spend too long here. I want to spend the majority of the week back in their household. So we're just here for the weekend. It's Tuesday, but we're here for 2 days. So, I'm just trying to kind of speed this through. Um, And anyway, so he would either want someone who is willing to maybe even just like travel here and then stay in, a nice lodging while he goes off and does his stuff, and or he would want a wife who's okay with him traveling, as often as he can. And I think that that'll be a difficult thing, especially once he and his future wife start having children. That will be a big deal because he doesn't, he has to be around. He has to be a good father. So I think that that's something that will cause some problems. Slash, we are in the same household. You don't have to call me. Anyway, but yes, I think that that is something that is going to cause some conflict for him in his life later down the road, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So again, we are just going through here and just exploring the nature and finding cool artifacts. So here's the temple, and honestly, like our vacation's about to end, but I will extend it a little bit, and because we're only paying $9 a day anyway. But I want to explore this temple. Of course, we don't want to leave, and then like, how are we going to find our way back and all that stuff? So we are going to go through this temple, and what was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say, in The Sims 3, that whole like world adventures where you went to France and um, was it Egypt and one other place? I forget where. But I had so much fun with that pack. I loved that pack so much. And I mean, I like The Sims 4, but this pales in comparison to that pack. That pack was epic. Like the temples and the ruins and the stuff that you found and going nectar making and just like all this cool stuff. Oh, I loved that pack so much. It was my favorite thing to play a female sim And then this is going to sound so weird, but simmers are weird. To play a female sim and then go to each place. And then when I finish exploring each place, to like have a baby with a local. So then I would have like 3 children's bedrooms decorated for each place because there was so much built by as well. But yes, I loved that pack so much, and I'm really glad that we have this pack because it's sort of like that. But I mean, this pack you can like literally. I got to the temple and explored the only temple the whole way through in like 3 days. So I don't know if I would say that it's great, but it definitely makes me reminisce about the old Sims 3 days. Oh, that was so great. I should re-download Sims 3 and play it a little bit, but I'm kind of like an animation snob now. Like even with like anime and stuff that I watch, I feel like I do that. I get picky over the animation. But anyway, we've explored the temple. We can go home now. Um, I know I just talked through that entire thing about nothing, but um, honestly, it's not that exciting to voice over. Like he was doing the traps and then digging up piles and just kind of all it's a little repetitive to explain, but you know how it is. So anyway, we're back home. That is I didn't really explain this house very well, but I did build it. So you walk in and then there's this like little receiving kind of more party area in the back there. The kitchen dining is on the left along with the butler's room, and on the right is like an office and the master bedroom. And we are going to start working on our children's skills now. I think we'll probably grind skills until the weekend and then have a lot of events where Madeline can start using her social skills. She wants to become a neighborhood confidant, so she wants to definitely make a lot of friends and all of that stuff. So I am going to now go to Eli's room and put the I don't even know how to spell it, but the like artifact table, whatever it is, archaeology table. And we are going to work on his aspiration as well as getting those skills up. Obviously, I'm trying to do both at the same time, getting their skills up so that they can debut in society, but also I want them to, live their lives the way they want to as well. So, part of an aspiration that comes with the Regency Romance mod is truly accomplished, which basically amounts to the same thing as getting all of those skills done um, in the list in the rules. So we are doing that, but also I'm keeping in mind what these Sims really want with their futures as well. So again, he wants to be an archaeology scholar. We are going to have to go do other things for that. Also, we are going to do our Harvest Fest stuff. So, okay, the gnomes hate us, but everybody got to interact with the gnomes, which was good, and we will sell them. So, an important thing as well is I am trying to do the optional rule where you can pass on estates to your children. And so we don't have any estates here. I mean, it's kind of hard to say that there wouldn't be any, like obviously these families are well established and they probably would already have estates and stuff. But since we're just starting out, oh, look, the siblings love each other. They're jokesters with each other. That is so great. So we are going to, okay, and no drama from Lady Whistledown yet. And I am just going to do Harvest Fest stuff and um, what was I saying? I want them to live their lives. What else was I saying? Um, I don't remember. I don't remember. I guess we're eating Harvest Fest with dinner with the butler. But anyway, you don't have to put the. Okay, well, I feel like my Sims all do things that they're not supposed to do. Oh yes, estates. So we want to buy an estate to pass on to our son. If we could, it would be great to also pass one on to our daughter. But um, you know, I don't know if we're going to be able to gather that much money. Technically, we could afford an estate right now, but it's 100,000 simoleons, so it wouldn't leave us with very much, and I would be worried about the bills and stuff. So I think I'm going to try and get to like 200 um, before we actually buy the estate, and I'm not sure if we'll be able to. We might actually be able to get a lot of money because of the archaeology stuff, that actually does get you a lot of money by selling artifacts after you've discovered them. So hopefully we can make that work. And I am just really grinding on their skills now. He is working on his logic. She is working on her organ skill. Basically, the rule is that you can do any form of music except women can't do violins because apparently that's a guy thing. But yes, so that is what is going on. And we are going to just keep working on that. I really want them to be able to debut soon. We did not get very far with the royal family, but I think that for that, my whole storyline for the king was that he would be able to get all of his rakish ways out of the way in the first rotation, and now he's going to buckle down and work on his skills so that he can get ready to find a wife in the next rotation. I also haven't decided yet whether I'm only going to play upper class families in the rotation or not. It might be a good change of pace to play the lower tier families, but like the lower class families, but um, I think that I don't know, because obviously it won't be as much about like the society and the marriage and stuff. You'll have to let me know what you think, if we should play those other families as well, or if we should just play the upper class families because we want to do like the whole romance marriage market kind of thing. So we'll have to see. Anyway, I am going to have the Duke here go out with his fellow. Well, I had initially invited some like of the guys. She is snoring so loudly. um, but the whole club showed up. The whole upper class club that I made showed up, and the kids are at school, so it's all the adults. So I was like, fine, you know what? All of the upper class adults are going to go to this restaurant, and it's kind of a fun way for them all to be in the same place. Well, you are wearing a bathrobe, my guy. Okay, don't pay attention to him in his bathrobe. But yes, so everyone, maybe you know, the adults can have parties. Like I know that they're all married off and stuff, and we want to focus on the next generation, but the next generation, no one has debuted yet. So if we want to have any kind of events or anything, then we just need to only do the adults. And that is what I've done is in the upper class club. I have made it so that you don't join the club until you are debuted in society. So um, only adults are in this club. And then I have like a ladies and a gentleman club for upper class ladies and gentlemen, and then lower class, etc. But I have that so that the younger girls can still interact with ladies, and the you know, but they're not part of the actual society. There is a woman from the brothel here, probably trying to get some rich guys to spend some money, but excuse you. Okay, so everyone's gotten their food. You can see there are some families that I introduced you in the setup, but we haven't actually, um, played with them. I mean, we've only played with the royal family and this family so far. Um, but yes, and the couple on the left at the end are actually, the youngest couple here, and they are very excited to really get going in society. So they have a small child. Do they? No, wait, maybe they don't have a child. Maybe that's a different family. They want to start having children. But anyway, I am going to head home. Initially, I was going to have Madeleine go out, but it is already pretty late, and I don't think that that would be appropriate. So we are just going to, you know, have them grind on their skills until tomorrow morning, in which now she will really start trying to get her friends and become a neighborhood confidant. She is very excited about that. She wants to be the queen bee of the social circle. And, a good way to do that would also be becoming queen. Um, she is currently the only person who is actually eligible to marry the king. So there's that. But you know, we could have a little scandal. I think it would be different if we had more aristocratic families, but since we only have one currently, I feel like there'll be a little more leeway in picking the future queen because obviously one option is not really that exciting. But I think I have an even number of men and women for this generation. So they should be. Oh, okay. So Daniel just aged up. We have to roll for him to become a toddler or what is it? A newborn. Oh my gosh. I keep forgetting that newborns are a thing. But yes, we are available. He survived. Our illegitimate child is thriving. So here we are. And we are going to start the ladies' club gathering at this cute little tea house. So now all the ladies are here. We are going to have Madeline introduce herself to the queen. Very nice. Obviously, everyone wants to be talking to the. Well, I should call her the Dowager Queen because she's not the king's wife. She's the late king's wife. But I think an important thing for Madeline is to become friends with Selena and Phoebe, who are both her age and have yet to debut. So I think that, you know, those three ladies becoming good friends is. Did you just pee yourself? Oh my gosh. I think, what's her name? Rebecca. I think Rebecca just peed herself. Oh my gosh. Okay. Pay no attention to poor Rebecca. Um, but yes, so let's become friends with Phoebe here. And it is, you know, important that all the young ladies not only become friends with each other, but also that's your competition. We also have, is it Celine or Selena? I forget. But why does the brothel keep showing up? Um, anyway, we are going to become friends with. Um, I didn't even realize she was in the Scouts. I think that happened when I was not in this household. But yes, the young ladies are all going to become friends with each other. I think that that is important. Celine is Margaret's daughter. Why are, you know what, I should do something about all these poor people showing up. Um, anyway, so yes, they are. She's so angry. Why is she so angry? Anyway, so we are going to continue to chat with these ladies until we have to go. But I think that all of them becoming good friends will be important, especially. Um, it'll be interesting as well that um, you know, those are the other ladies who are trying to maybe get the king's heart. So they are competition. So Madeline maybe might want to become friendly with them to discourage them, or maybe they want to become friends with her to discourage her from marrying the king. So, you know, it's kind of tough when you want to be friends with someone, but like they're the only people they can be friends with, but they acknowledge that as a woman in this world, you have to fight for the good men. So I'm trying to remember who the other guy is. So we have the king, we have Eli. I think Phoebe has a brother, maybe. Anyway, so Phoebe is now over our house. We're trying to get our skills up. Oh my gosh, Phoebe wants to be our best friend. Yes, we will be best friends with you, Phoebe. Phoebe is her best friend now. Ooh, the queen's calling you, asking if you should go out on a date with someone else. No. Okay, so we are going to then practice his etiquette, and I'm looking for a fan because you know what she needs? She needs a fan. Let's set that as her preferred fan, and then she can use it to flirt. She can slap people with it. You know, she can do all sorts of things with it. It's definitely um, a fun object. And so we are going to have Eli working on his etiquette. There we go. Okay, so she is doing pretty well with her skills as well. We're definitely not going to finish. It's already like Sunday. We're not going to finish our skills, so that's too bad. But do let me know if you want me to not play the lower class families, just because if we don't play them, we will come around faster to the whole marriage market part, which is arguably the most fun part of this whole challenge. So I do kind of want to get to it quickly, but at the same time, I don't want to um, ignore other households either. So there is that. Anyway, so they are just grinding on their skills until it is early enough for us to then continue to make friends. Also, I'm thinking, so she needs to be friends with, is it 5 Sims? So being friends with her father and her brother is 2. And then Phoebe and Selena is 4. And then I guess, her future husband would be 5. Okay, so she is becoming good friends with her father now. This family is pretty close knit. Like, probably, the Duke, even though the Duke I feel like is definitely like a social climber, and he has instilled that into his daughter, at least. His son is not really following um, but um, I do think that he loves his children a lot, and I think that he's social climbing because he wants what's best for his family. It's not that he has like any malicious intent. He just wants his family to be the best and he wants his children to have the best. And that's important to him. He really loves them a lot. He is not a neglectful father. So there's that. And okay, Eli, that is the butler's room. I probably should have locked the door for everyone but the butler, but whatever. Let's invite over. Is it Selena? Yeah, Selena. Is that an A or an E? Gosh, I can't read that. Yeah, it's Selena. Okay, so Selena is here now, and Selena is just as delusional as her mother, which I love. I cannot wait to play that family. But yes, Selena is here, and while Selena probably does not make the best of friends, I think that she is harmless. Like she's not malicious. She's just kind of has her head in the clouds, I suppose. So okay, why do you keep? I should have her quit Scouts. I don't know why I do this to myself. Um, But yes, no, Selena, do not talk to him. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, Selena is not supposed to talk to an eligible bachelor alone. Um, but maybe she's trying to be like, well, he's going to be the Duke. I'm friends with his sister. Like, she could definitely, she wants to get a good marriage. So maybe she's just like, hey, but they both have bad impressions of each other. So I'm going to write that down because I have been keeping track of their first impressions, or I did in my test run. So I want to keep track of which couples actually like each other so I can see which ones I, want to pursue or if we'll have to do like an enemies to lovers thing. But um, definitely we're paying attention to first impressions so that we can see who wants to actually try and court who. So there we go. We are friends with 4 out of 5 people, and we are running out of time on this Sunday. So that is where we're going to wrap up is with this family. And in the next one, we are going to play with the Doubting family, which is going to be Phoebe's family. So, and then we'll play with Selena's family. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm just going to give the baby a quick makeover to make him sort of look like he could belong in this era, except I don't have any infant CC, so we're just going to pretend like everything's fine. There he is. Why are his eyes red? I feel like that's a common bug with infants right now is the red eyes. Anyway, so I will catch you in the next one for the Doubting family.